104.1 KRBE.
KRBE HD1 Houston.
Cumulus Media Station.
Live from the TXU Energy Studio. Wallows winning.
We are almost here. This Friday is the exclusive event.
So here's what we've got going on. 5 times a day, we have a chance for you to get a spot at our intimate performance and Q&A session with Wallows at the Rustic downtown. The only way in is to win them with us here on KRBE. So we do it 5 times a day, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. On Wednesday, it's Wallows Wednesday. We do it every single hour. So it's 8 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 2, 5, and 7 p.m. This is your first chance of the day to score these tickets. So if you are caller 10 at 713-390-KRBE right now, you and a guest are on your way for this Friday's event. It's going to be so fantastic. And as we were saying earlier this morning, this is going to be way bigger than anybody thought it was going to be.
Oh, yeah.
Because when our business line rings off the hook for Wallows tickets, you know it's going to be a big deal. But every hour, people are calling the business line. Did you even know we had one? People
Not
found
the
that.
request line. They're calling the office line.
Right. To be like, how can I win some Wallows tickets? So that's your first chance right now. Caller 10, 713-390-KRBE. Your next chance will be with Sam at 11 o'clock.
11, yep.
Then it goes on again, 2 p.m., 5 p.m., and 7 p.m. Okay, now we focus to next week. What is happening next week? It's 4th of July. A lot of people are going to be celebrating a lot of different things in a lot of different ways. We want you to stay on top of your community game. Here on the Roula and Ryan Show, we put a spotlight on a lot of different things happening in our community that maybe you didn't know about. And maybe you've never done this. Maybe you've been nervous to do this, but you know for the greater good, you need to do this. And we're talking about donating blood. For a lot of people, they're like, well, I've never done that before.
It really is a
And
gift
others
of
are like,
life.
oh, I like to get a cookie. So it is the Battle of the Badges, the Gulf Coast Regional Blood Center Battle of the Badges to replenish our blood supply. And we have 3 very special guests in studio. We have Captain Cedric Robinette. He is the Public Information Officer for our Houston firefighters. Hello, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
morning.
You also have Sergeant Lonnie Cox along here with you from the Sheriff's Department. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are y'all?
Hello.
Fantastic.
And then from the Gulf Coast Regional Blood Center, we've got Cameron Palmer. Hello, Cameron.
Good morning. How are you?
Morning.
Great.
Morning.
Okay, guys. So Sergeant Lonnie and Captain Cedric, you're going to battle out right here, right now? We're going to start pumping blood right now? What are we doing? Tell us how this all started with HFD versus the Sheriff's Department.
Yeah,
They don't
so
want Roula's
explain-
blood. It's too hyper.
I'm way too
Battle of
spastic.
the badges.
Who wants to go first? You can take the
take it.
mic. Go ahead, Sergeant Lonnie.
As first responders, blood is very important to us as far as if we have an accident or an injury or something like that.
Right.
But as first responders, we're servants to the public. And this is a way to serve the public. It's something that you cannot make, you cannot manufacture.
Right.
It is just what the human blood is that is just so special. It gives our doctors and our nurses the opportunity to save lives.
I want to
And-
take a moment just to let people know how much blood have you donated throughout the course of your life?
I'm just over 112 gallons.
112
112 gallons. And how much
Wow.
time, Sergeant Lonnie, did that take?
Oh, I was sitting there a long time.
112 gallons.
It's been over my lifetime. It's probably about 30 years.
30 years.
Wow.
112
Both my parents
gallons.
were blood donors. I saw it at an early age.
That's good.
It's just super important.
Wow.
It
thank
is.
you.
And Captain Cedric, tell us on behalf of the HFD, what is your stance on Battle of the Badges here?
Well, last year Team Fire won the Battle of the Badges, and we're just excited to have this opportunity to partner with the Gulf Coast Regional Blood Center and our first responder friends, the Sheriff's Office of police officer friends. To it's about camaraderie and banter, but the true winners in this effort, this community, and we just want to get everyone out to come out and donate blood. Traditionally, we know that during the summer times, people are traveling and on vacations, and they kind of may forget about donating blood. So this just awareness to let the
Do we
citizens know.
get like a drop-off point like this time of year? Is this where we'll see a lull in
Like
donations?
a critical low supply?
Yes, during the summer months, particularly in July, it is a lull. So we want to bring awareness and go out and donate blood and vote for Team Fire.
And where can people
Oh.
do this?
Cameron, why don't you give us the scoop on... Well, first, before we even get to that, let me ask this one question, because you said vote for Team Fire. Tell me how this works with the sheriffs versus the HFD.
Yeah,
like,
how
if
do you
I go
vote?
donate blood, do I say I'm doing this on behalf of the fire department, or I'm doing this... How does this work?
You're exactly right, Rula. You say
okay.
you're doing it on behalf of Team Fire.
Okay, all right, so Cameron...
Shaking his head. No.
Yeah, Lonnie's like, yeah, sheriffs. Okay, so Cameron Palmer from the Gulf Coast Regional Blood Center. Is this all locations, a central location? Tell people where to go, how to go, and what do they need to do?
So the first thing we tell people is go to our website at giveblood.org. You can check out all the locations that are going on. We have several fire locations. We have several police locations. And you can also donate at one of our neighborhood donor centers. We have 15 of them in the greater Houston area. So you can come out, donate blood. Like they were saying, this is a great way to not only support your community, but also support your first responders.
How nice.
just
And it says here that
Giveblood.org.
donors will receive a Battle of the Badges hat and an Olympic-themed T-shirt when you successfully donate at any of the Gulf Coast Regional Blood Centers, 18 centers, or mobile drives. And again, as Captain Cedric said, you credit BOBP for police or BOBF for fire. When you donate, donors who donate July 1 through 3 will receive a complimentary ticket to this year's Freedom Over Texas Houston signature 4th of July celebration, which is fantastic. And our community needs 1,000 blood donations daily to meet the needs of local hospitals. Y'all.
Wow.
1,000 daily.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I guess those 2 times I donated, y'all probably used that already.
How often can you donate blood? Like, just as a Houstonian listening right now to the Roula and Ryan show, somebody's hearing this right
So
now.
you can donate like whole blood about once every 56 days. So about once every 2 months, you can actually donate whole blood. There are different types of blood donations where you can donate a little bit more frequently, but about once every 2 months is when you can donate blood. And we also ask in our community, don't just donate blood one time. Make this as part of your life. Make it a habit because there
like
are
Sergeant Lonnie and his 112
exactly.
gallons.
Let's see if we can catch up with Sergeant Lonnie over here.
Well, Sergeant Lonnie said he did it throughout the course of his life. Are there age restrictions?
Oh, you have to be 16 years old is when you can start donating blood with parental permission. But at 17, you can just come in and donate.
How long does it take, Cameron?
So a typical donation takes about an hour.
Okay.
So give yourself about an hour. That's from everything from the check-in. You have eligibility questions. You have a health screening. And the actual donation itself, just a typical blood, like whole blood donation, is only about 10 minutes.
How
So
much
it's
how much
really quick.
blood do you get in 10 minutes?
You can get about a pint of blood, so it's about
Okay.
a water bottle.
Wow.
Water bottle's worth.
Whoa. I know. Why would you say like that? I visualize this like I'm on Survivor.
Oh,
Putting my coffee
it's
down
like,
for
but
a
it's like,
second.
what is a pint? It's like, how do I tell you how much a
That's
pint is?
true.
It's a beer.
Thank
easy.
you. We can
Yeah, it's a
visualize
beer.
it
You
that
get a
way.
pint of beer. Pint of blood.
Do the beer, not the water, okay?
We discourage drinking after donating, but yeah, it's about a pint.
And I just remember there were cookies involved when I did it. Do we still do cookies?
We
It's been a
do. We do
while.
have snacks, cookies, drinks, everything. We have TV you can watch. So yeah, and we have blankets if you get cold.
Nice. GiveBlood.org, guys, / Battle of the Badges. And that is next week is the push for this. But every day you need blood. Every day the blood centers need the supply, right? So this is just something special to focus on a critical time, right, guys? So fire versus police.
And the
Who's gonna
smartest
win
thing to
this
do
year?
is go to giveblood.org.
Giveblood.org. You can check out any eligibility questions you have and any locations that we have going on. And, if you're unable to make it out to, our Battle of the Badges, we have donor centers, we have mobile drives going out through the city all throughout the year. So just make sure you go to giveblood.org. You can find a location nearest you.
Okay, so Captain Cedric and Sergeant Lonnie, do you guys kick it off at some official day where it's you're there together?
Now you can't be friends. And it's like,
We're going to go rumble in the parking lot.
Well, thank you so much for what you do for our community. Number one,
Yeah,
of course,
thank
the
you,
Roula and
both
Ryan
of
Show
you.
is huge community supporters of all of our first responders.
Laying your lives on the line for us. every
100%.
day.
And thanks for bringing attention to this. Maybe somebody listening right now is thinking, I've never done that before. I'm going to try that for the first time. If you're team fire, team police, or just both, can somebody be neutral? Say, can I just donate for both? I don't know if you do that or not. But let's
they're
see
like,
who
no,
wins
just
it
pick a
this
side.
year.
Just pick a side.
Captain Sarah's like, no, you gotta pick one.
Team fire. Team fire.
GiveBlood.org / Battle of the Badges. And again, we need 1,000 blood donations daily to meet the needs of local hospitals. And donating blood is very easy and just takes an hour, guys. So you can do this for the betterment of our community. You never know if it might be you. that
And you
needs
could
the
do
blood.
this. You could do this on your lunch break, right?
Correct. Yeah. You can go to, like I said, go to our website. You can schedule an appointment. So if you only have that 1 hour, you can schedule it and come on in and donate blood. We'll save that spot for you.
Okay,
Sergeant
Lonnie,
Lonnie?
you wanted to say something?
Yes, previous president of Gulf Coast once told me, he says, if every eligible donor donated once a year, they'd be throwing blood away.
Wow.
Wow.
Because that's how many people we have.
That's how many there are eligible and don't donate.
Yeah, it's true.
Wow.
So think
So
about
get out
that.
there
You've
and do
never
it.
done it. make it a point to try and put that on your list for the summer, things to do this summer. You can be as young as 16 with a parent's
parental permission. Yeah, we have like a
permission.
form that you sign if you're 16, and if you're 17, you can just come into one of our neighborhood donor centers or one of our mobile drives and just come and donate.
Awesome. That's great. The Gulf Coast
Regional Blood Center.
Regional Blood Center. Can't say that.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Gotta get
GiveBlood.org/Battle of the Badges. God bless you guys. Good luck. And thank you so much for putting this out there.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
for having us,
gentlemen.
Thank you so much. Great for having us.
Oh, of
Thank
course.
you.
All the time. Now, coming up next is time to vent it out here on the Roula and Ryan Show. You know, we've been talking about this for the last couple of weeks when Jenna Bush on the Today Show said that she's done with kid birthday parties of 17 kids running around a water park. She's done.
Yes.
Because they lost a kid at her kid's birthday party. She's done. What are you done with? 713-390-KRBE. We'll talk to you next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Vent it out right now. We're just going to open this up to anybody, parents, whatever. You're just you're
it's
done with it.
summertime. You're getting 1,000. What are we doing today? On board.
But why?
What
But
are we
why?
doing today?
But why?
What are we
But
doing?
What are we
why?
going to eat? I
What
want
do you mean?
snacks only.
There's nothing in the house.
No, nothing real for food. Snacks.
Truth.
We'll eat dinner, and if it's too early and it's summertime, their bedtimes are pushed so much later. They'd be like, what are we doing for dinner? We're like, what? We already ate at 6:30.
But Mom, it's
That was
10:30.
lunch. And we're like, no, as long as you're up so late, you're ready for your fourth meal. That's what's happening.
Oh, I'm sure.
Nydia is up first at 713-390-KRBE. Good morning, Nydia. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show.
Good morning, y'all.
Hey, good morning.
What are you done with?
So this will sound so bad, but I am done with family get-togethers. I am completely done with it. I'm over it. I feel like I'm a mom. If there's an apartment for mom service department, I'm in it. I watch my kids nonstop. Like on Father's Day, my husband took one kid to the pool. I stay inside with the other kid. Watch cartoons all day to get in the pool.
Wait,
Yeah.
what kind of family get-together are you talking about? Like a family reunion, a barbecue?
It's family get-together.
Just
in general.
any-
Like,
anything
Family
in
wants
general.
to come over, yeah.
And what is it about it that makes you mad that you have to talk to your family?
because I can't enjoy it. I'm stuck on kid duty. I'm chasing. I have
Yeah,
kids
you
that
can't
just-
relax.
I'm chasing one because one wants to go in the pool, one wants to throw up, and I'm changing diapers, and my husband's just sleeping.
Wait,
And
of
then
your
I
own
look at-
kids or your family's
We're at
kids
the
as
gym.
well?
My kids.
Okay.
My kids.
But I wanted to
My
ask you a
kids-
question about all the other kids. See, I'm in the same boat as you are. I have a pool in my house, so the family all loves to come over and bring the kids, and then they'll say, "Hey, I'm not on parent duty today." I'm like, "Bull crap, you're not." You know, it's like that means I'm on duty all the time. Do you?
And there's other grandkids there. They're in the pool. I'm not. Everybody's in the pool but me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because somebody's going to watch
And
them.
then, and then top it all up, unfortunately, we're supposed to go somewhere. Guess what? I'm going to be on mommy duty the whole
Well, yeah.
time.
Yeah,
It's not
it's
a
not
vacation.
fun.
It's a trip. That's what it is when you got
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah,
That's what
I'm
it
just
is.
done with it.
Well,
I'm just
power
done.
through, girl. They're going to grow up eventually, and that's how I guess it's going to get better. They're not going to be. They'll be watching you.
Yes.
Mom's drunk
hope.
again. Mom's had too many. I thought it was White Claws.
Don't you just teach them to go get a beer for you, and then they
That's
like
pretty
bring
much
it
it.
back? You're like,
They're your
"Go,
beer runner."
Go, yes. That's why I have the
It never- it
kegerator.
never
Sunsy's
worked
gonna
for
learn
me.
how to like
Yeah.
tap it
Activate
too.
it.
Somebody said,
Pull it down,
I saw a
kid.
reel on Instagram where the mom said, You don't understand how real life gets when your kids can drive to go get you the latte.
I saw
You
that,
one?
and the little boy was like, "Bring it back." I was like, "I don't think he was old enough to drive." The video that I saw, I was like, "I don't know if that kid is 16.
Maybe he was in the passenger and the driving kid drove him.
That could have
No,
been.
because when
Did you
you're-
see that one though? The one I'm
Yes,
referring to?
yes.
Because that kid was like,
They had a really big front
When
yard.
you have
Yes.
when you're a
Yeah.
new driver in the state of Texas, you're a new driver and you're only 16, you can't have fellow teenage passengers with
you can have underage people if they're related to you.
that's what I was wondering, like
Yeah.
a brother or
Yeah,
sister.
because my niece is 16 and she
Oh,
can have
really?
family in there with her.
You can't have friends though.
No, only
Well,
one friend.
yeah.
But everyone breaks that rule. I'm sure.
They're my great cousin that's related to my dad, and then
Yeah.
Yeah, cops not buying
I
that.
have become the cliche
Get out of it.
that all of us grew up hearing our moms complain about the laundry, and I have become that mom because yesterday I feel like between Saturday and Sunday I never stopped washing clothes. They just wouldn't stop, and then I kept saying like, "Bring me your clothes." Because I'm about to do a load of dark color clothes, so I need whatever dark clothes you have. Bring me all the dark clothes. And then they'd be like, I already looked in my closet. I already looked whatever. And so then I'd start the machine. Again, I'd ask like 3 times. I'd
Yep.
start the machine. And then she'd be like, oh, I found these in my closet underneath my shoes. I'm like, and so yesterday I got everything cleaned up. And I went up to my daughter's room and she had like piles of clothes on the floor. And I go, oh my God. are these clean or are these dirty? And she goes, no, they're clean. I go, why are they in the floor like they're dirty? They look like laundry. It's like dirty laundry. I just washed all of it. No, Mommy, it's clean. I haven't put it away yet. And then in front of me, she crumples up the ball like a boulder and she shoves them in a duffel bag and she zips them. And
A duffel bag?
They're just going to stay right there. I can fold them later.
You're like wrinkles,
I
child.
got them
Wrinkles.
out of the dryer.
Yeah.
Exactly on time to fold them and smooth them out so they're
Right.
not wrinkled. And then I put them on the pile she took upstairs to her bed. They ended up in a pile on the floor, and now they're crumpled in a duffel bag. I thought about them all night.
A
I
duffel
thought of this
bag.
all
I
night.
was
thought
ruining
about them
you.
all.
I was trying to go to
Okay.
sleep. and
Let
I
me
was
ask
thinking
you,
of those
Roula.
crumpled clothes.
Are there any?
It's not your clothes. You
Are
have to
there
remember
any
that.
repercussions though? Like when they say, "Hey, I didn't do this." I mean,
Well, my
do you
husband said,
punish?
"Don't do it for them. Make them do it
Right.
themselves." Here's I don't even know how to punish them, Ryan, because I just feel like I don't even know how to punish them over that because I want them to understand. But here's what they don't care about: they don't care if they're wearing a crinkled shirt.
They don't.
Yeah,
okay.
I
Well,
figured
then
they
let them.
didn't.
The
They don't.
punishment would be
figured-
like, "You're going to wear that now." Well, guess what? They'll be like, "Oh,
They don't
Okay.
care.
Whatever.
What does my shirt say today? Mama tried. I should change it to Mama's tired because I'm done. If you just move the letters around, it is Mama's
The
tired.
first time
is.
I read your shirt, I thought it said Mama tired. And I was like, I feel that.
Thanks, Paris, Texas.
That's
I
why
got
we
this
have
from
so
Paris,
much
Texas.
coffee over here.
I know.
So what do you do when your kids don't give a crap about the punishment?
I guess you got to take away something they do care about.
Their phone.
But is it punishment? Like, I feel like
not- it's
growing
just-
up,
It
I
is. You-
always hated making my bed. So my mom was like, okay, I'm not going to make your bed then. And so what I would do, and I swear this is the best night of sleep I've ever had, is I would just put a blanket on top of my mattress and then put a blanket on top of me. And that's it. And I would not make my bed for like
And
weeks.
your mom's not sleeping thinking about, oh my God,
I guess
Sandra's
she
not
probably
making her bed.
is. Sorry, Mom. And then my older brother, or my younger brother now does that too when he comes home from college. And my mom's like, what is wrong with you? Why would you not put your sheets on your bed? I don't know. It's the comfort of the blanket. But
the
I think
sheets
it
are-
drives
but
her
fresh
more nuts than
sheets?
Fresh laundered sheets are
I
so
just,
amazing.
I
so
love the
good.
fuzzy blanket like sandwich.
Do you still do that now as an adult?
I mean, if Mark wasn't around, I would.
Stop.
Oh my God!
I love it. I
gotta lay
just
on
love the
sheets.
fuzzy blanket. I don't know what it is. I
Don't
don't
you
know what it
sweat?
is.
It doesn't move around while you're sleeping. When
No,
you move, it doesn't like
no.
get crumpled under you.
It's just like that is like one of my
Interesting.
best ways to sleep.
You
It's
must
just
not
a blanket
move
of
in
blanket.
your sleep. You must be like
No, remember I sleep like a
corpse.
yes, with my eye mask on and then my blanket up over my mouth and have my nose out.
Yeah.
And I just lay there.
Oh yeah, that's right. You showed us a picture of how you sleep.
That's so weird.
Let me throw y'all this one about
With my arms down by my side.
you were saying about sleeping. Hold on.
See
I had a
your
thought.
coffin pose.
Literally. And then Misty gets under the covers and then she like tries to like sleep in my little nook and I just lay there.
I just don't see how you don't get all like sweaty and gross just
Yeah,
not laying
well,
on sheets.
I don't know. I
Well,
love
mean,
it.
You must
I
be a
love
real
the
big sweater then, Ryan. Why are you so worried about getting
I
so
know. I
sweaty?
mean, laying on a wool blanket.
sweater.
I mean,
Laying
it's
on
not like a wool blanket, but
is
it's just
gonna
like
make you sweat.
like a fuzzy
Yeah.
blanket.
Oh,
It's
okay,
not the
that's
one that
gonna-
Rula got us for Christmas.
that one's a good one.
That one is awesome, but that one's way too heavy.
It's very heavy.
Then I
and
would
it's
sweat.
very
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
what
like a
I'm
nice
saying.
little like soft
Yeah.
blanket and a little sandwich.
Okay, here's a little tip for parents that I
my favorite
learned this
thing.
last summer, and I'm trying to carry it through to this summer. This is why I'm trying to figure out what the consequence of the laundry is.
Oh yeah.
I'm doing, you know how all these different camps happen for kids? Well, I haven't really planned that for all my kids, but I have planned how to be a person camp in the house. How to be a person.
Oh, okay.
I am teaching them how to be a person.
Go ahead, Kev,
I
go
want them to
over.
understand as they grow, here's what you do after you eat, and here's how you do dishes, and here's how you do laundry.
You're talking about being a homemaker.
No, how to be a person, Kevin. Imagine you're
How
going to go off
to
to college
be-
and you're
yes.
the crappiest roommate ever because nobody taught you how to be a person. Like, pick up after yourself.
yeah.
If you had drippings on the toilet because you sprinkled when you tingled, clean it up.
They're all like that. Every time I went to
How
visit
to
my
boil
daughter in
water.
college,
Yes.
I'm telling
how
you,
to be a person.
Simple things.
And
how to be a person.
It's great. It's admirable. You're trying to teach that, but it's going to go out the window the second they go off to college. Every time I
they
visited
won't
No, but that's
Faith,
like human. That's like
I'm sorry,
the way you
every
should
single
breathe and the way
time.
that you drink water. These should be like the
It's just how to
same
be a
concept,
person.
the same thing.
But it's not going to
coffee
How
happen.
do you
y'all.
brush your
Courteous-
hair?
Yes.
How do you put a cup in the dishwasher?
Yeah, Sam, no
So a
toothpaste
lot of-
worms in the sink.
A lot
Yes.
of
Wash those down.
dorms. A lot of dorms
Wipe
have
the sink if there's water splashes
Yes,
on
they
it.
have
How to be a
pods,
person.
okay? So, like, in my
Ugh.
daughter's college, there'd be like 2 girls in one room and 2 girls in another room. They shared a common living space and they shared a common bathroom. And
one of
every
those
time,
girls hated the other girls
Yes,
because
100%, 'cause they
she
were not
did
human.
know how
all
to
of
be
them
Yes.
human.
had
Yep.
horrible hygiene. Like, I'd go there and I'm like, oh, I'd visit and eventually I'm like, you just meet me downstairs. I don't want to go in your dorm. It's so disgusting.
I was, I guess, lucky because when I went to Texas A&M Maritime, I was in the Corps of Cadets, and they would do room inspections. And if
so
they
you
would
know
like
how to be a person.
well, that's
white glove inspections, so we were forced.
Well, that's the military.
I know, but like now looking back on it, that kind of gave us really good habits.
Yeah,
and
that's
everyone had to do
great.
it, and then you kind of stick with it because you realize, oh, it is nice to have a clean room,
Yep.
a place for everything and everything in its place.
See?
Yeah.
But you had to go to the military to learn how to be a
I
person.
did.
right. Most people
I-
don't understand that. And then when you, like Ryan said about going to college, I mean, I
And
didn't
this is
live in the
current.
pod.
Remember, she just got out like a year,
Right.
2
I didn't
years
live in a
ago.
pod, but I had a roommate, and those are tiny dorm rooms
Yes,
with like
yes.
2
You need to
twin
be really neat.
beds,
Yes.
a little desk. We had one refrigerator that we
Yep.
shared, which was
Mini
like
fridge.
the
Dorms
mini
are a
fridge,
lot different now,
microwave, and that's it. Well, not all dorms.
A lot of 'em.
My little brother, his is the same exact way that mine was because they didn't update it because they don't have the money for that.
Uh-huh.
And so it was so small. And then the bathroom, the whole entire floor shared this one bathroom.
That's how it was with us. Yeah.
So
That's how mine was,
it's
too.
you
Yeah.
would get so frustrated with people just not being humans. I mean, even here, if you like go and try and put your hand under the soap and you see soap everywhere, or your shirt's getting soaked because the person before you
Went
Was
to
your dorm
counter.
couldn't wipe the
co-ed?
counter, it's like
Was it co-ed or is it all?
it was. So guys were on one floor, girls were on the other,
Oh,
and so
see,
it was like every other.
We would have like a SFA. We had the entire, like, this was the guys' dorm. They only did co-ed dorm like the last semester I was there. But
Oh, yeah, no, ours was
our
like every other
dorm
floor.
was so disgusting. You've got a whole
I'm
building full
sure.
of men.
Absolutely. I can only imagine. That's why you would never go to that floor. Like, guys would come down to the girls' floor to use our bathrooms because they knew it was cleaner than the dudes.
And if you wanted to get back at your buddy,
You weren't supposed to do
you'd
that.
flush the toilet and scald them in the shower.
There was some shower incidents and you could get in trouble.
Listen, I'm going to tell you,
That's a
the
raw
thing
feed,
that
though.
terrifies me now about phones and being everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I remember being at SMU in the community dorm bathrooms and the showers, there were only 3 of them. And so you had that first part where you're supposed to like take your clothes off and leave your stuff there. And then there was the shower curtain, the actual shower. And you're supposed to like respect people's spaces. But imagine now with phones, anybody could get anybody. I mean, it's illegal, but they would do it to torture you or bully you. And I remember there was one time where I had to wait till like 2:00 in the morning to shower because there were these 2 girls on the floor that were tormenting girls and saying, we're going to pull the shower curtain off when you're in the shower. Like that was a thing on my floor.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like so terrified. I had to wait till 2 a.m. see when most everybody was asleep
Yes.
so I could shower. Because I was
Oh,
like, I
Mean
do
Girls.
not. Yes.
That's so sad.
I will never forget that feeling, y'all. It made me, my heart would race. I even think about it now. I remember how like stressed my chest was. Like, oh God, I have to wait till 2:00 in the morning. I gotta sleep, not out sleep everybody, but just out.
You got to time it.
Stay awake the longest to take a shower in privacy.
Outlast. You got to outlast the
everybody.
rest of the crew.
Oh,
Yes.
my gosh.
So imagine now with phones, if you're being bullied or you're thinking to yourself like, oh my God, that girl's gonna put the phone over the
Yeah.
shower. Or, I don't know. I had too much like PTSD from community showering. I'm just like, okay, but at least I knew how to be a person. I knew clean up after
Right.
myself. So that's what I'm doing in case you missed it and you're just tuning in. I was talking about how to be a person camp is what summer is in my house. And somebody texted that they taught their child how to cook and clean for themselves by 10 years old so that when they're older, they know how to fend for themselves. It's called independence. A lot of people said when they got older, they used all those skills in the dorms. So it's something, you don't have to do everything at once, but I'm just trying to teach them little by little.
Yes, I think that's a great idea.
Can't hurt.
Yeah, but it's the crumpled clothes. And somebody
That's
said,
so-
Roula, do not iron those clothes for them. Let them wear those crumpled clothes. I go, yeah, but if they don't care, that
They don't
burns my
care.
brain.
They'll learn to hang them up.
They'll-
And if not, they'll just
start
like me not
caring.
making my bed. Eventually, those covers started getting real hot and stinky. So, yes,
when
you
they
had to
start
change
caring-
her,
they start
her
caring
blankets.
when
I did.
other kids make fun of them.
Yeah, when kids make fun of them, that, ew, you have wrinkled clothes. Trash.
713-278-VENT if you have any more suggestions on how to be a person camp can be bettered and make my kids listen to it. That's great because I'm done with that. Coming up next in Celebrity Scoop, there's been a lot of talk about Yellowstone and Kevin Costner and whether he dismissed himself or he was dismissed or what exactly happens there. So I have an update for you Yellowstone fans next in Scoop on the Roula and Ryan Show.
What up, what up, what up? Listen. Get ready. This is Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
KRBE.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Justin Timberlake went back on tour, continued on. It was the United Center in Chicago where he had 2 shows. over the weekend, and this is the first time he's made any kind of mention of any of the chaos that has followed him after he had a DUI in Sag Harbor. Now, we were going back and forth with DUI, DWI. In Texas, a DUI is for under 21. It's different in the state of New York, but we did learn, Sam, you found that you did not blow up .08. It was under that, but
yes,
it was detected. And Sergeant Lottie from the Sheriff's Department told us that if you can smell it on you,
any alcohol,
that's a DUI.
Any alcohol under the age of 21, they're not allowed to have any alcohol. So if there's any alcohol whatsoever in your system under the age of 21, you're getting a DUI.
That's in the state of Texas. I don't know what the rules are in New York, but that's what they gave JT. And he did say during the Friday show, it's been a tough week. I know I'm hard to love sometimes, but you keep loving me right back. I want each and every one of you to know I've grown up with you. You've been such a big and beautiful part of my life. And sometimes I can't find the words to show my gratitude that you guys just keep riding with me and riding with me.
Did you read the article in the our little prep site? It talked about how this was his second warning in the same night.
Opa?
Yes.
What? For alcohol?
Yeah, he already got pulled over once. And then he got pulled over again.
So was it the same drive,
Here we
though?
go. No, that's the bartender confirmed he only had one drink, but where's that article, y'all? I just read.
Maybe he's just a bad driver.
Was it the same ride? Like the same drive? You got hit twice in the same drive?
Yes.
Like
in
the
same
first
drive.
cop said, I'll let you go, and then the second cop saw him and was like, oh, I'm going to get this guy.
And then the bartender confirmed it was only one drink?
Well, one drink at that bar.
Well, that's the only place he had dinner. He went to dinner.
Doesn't mean he didn't have like a drink.
Okay,
elsewhere.
so someone actually called the police as well and ratted him out and said that he's going to go driving. So I think they found him out there.
Maybe somebody had an axe to grind with him.
Justin Timberlake could have avoided all this Hampton DWI drama if he had only listened to warnings from the young lady cop who later placed him in handcuffs. Allegedly, he was stopped and advised not to drive first. The officer didn't recognize him. He was a young officer dude. And so he gave Justin a break because he didn't pose an immediate danger. Then later on, thinking that was the end of it, well, sure enough, they see Justin Timberlake out there driving again by the same officer.
Oh, no.
And the officer says, what a dumbass. I'm thinking he could afford a driver. How's that for entitlement? So then he was stopped a second time after allegedly driving through a stop sign at a four-way intersection, then swerving into the left lane.
Oh, my God.
So how are you going to get a warning and then be like,
there's no justifying that.
I mean, you could get pinched twice on the same excursion if you have like an expired sticker. That I was thinking that might
he
happen
got
to
off
me.
the hook because he was famous. That's why.
Well, they say they didn't recognize him.
Didn't recognize the first time.
They didn't recognize.
They
him.
gave him a
time.
warning.
Other time.
No, really.
But I'm thinking if you're driving with an expired sticker right now, like you legit could get pulled over for an expired sticker.
Yes.
The person could find mercy on you, and you're like, okay, thank you so much. And then 10 minutes down your drive later, another cop pinches you for the expired sticker and then doesn't let you off.
Yes.
So you could physically be stopped twice in the same ride, but this situation does not sound good at all.
No.
I guess we'll have to wait and see what
Sounds
happens there. If you are a Yellowstone fan, it is official that Kevin Costner will not be returning to your favorite show. He says he loved the show, he loved the series, and the relationship he has developed with fans. But he posted his own video to social media to say, after this long year and a half of working on Horizon and doing all the things that's required and thinking about Yellowstone, the beloved series that I love, I just realized I'm not going to be able to continue. Season 5B, and we're into the future. I loved it, and I know you loved it. I love the relationship we've been able to develop, and I'll see you at the movies.
That's what it really is about.
Season
he wants
5
to make
returns
movies.
November 10.
You know, doing a television show is all time consuming.
Right. And does the money match a movie?
No, God, no.
I don't know.
No,
Maybe
you're
it
making-
does. He was
I
like
mean-
the creator, director, and all this stuff of Yellowstone. He's getting bigger piece than just acting in it.
I don't know.
That's a big piece.
But then again, he's doing movies that don't make a lot of money. Like he's doing
Right.
Westerns. Westerns don't make a lot of money at the theater.
Kevin Costner is keeping the Western alive. That's
Yeah.
for real.
And another dumb question, is it more work to do a season compared to a movie?
Yes. it
Well,
is.
because if
Because
you-
there's a lot more
The turnaround,
episodes and a lot more.
and you're going to go on to the next
time.
year and the next year and the next year. A movie is just a one-time shot.
Like, to give you an idea-
7 months of your life.
But like, say he agreed to one more season, would you say that the season it would take longer than him
oh
to
yeah,
make
a
a movie?
movie can shoot in like 2 months. easily.
Or his part,
But a TV
whatever. For his part,
series,
got
a
it.
TV series can
Would take a
film
long time.
all year.
That's what I figured. That's what I was
Like
wondering
10
if that would
months
be
a year.
a turn off as well.
Speaking of movies, we have a new number one for the year. Inside Out 2 has now made $724 million.
Ooh.
Oh, my God.
Have you seen it yet, Roula?
I have not. My kids saw it, and they
Oh, they
really
did?
liked it
They
a lot.
loved it?
Well, my one daughter did not like it as much as the first one. She said that she didn't. Anxiety plays a big role in this one. They have all
Yes.
these different emotions, and she just was not really a big fan of how they treated the original emotions with the new emotions.
Got it.
But I didn't ask too many questions that I didn't want to get ruined for me because I will watch the movie.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't want to know too much. But if you've never seen Inside Out, it really, even as an adult, I don't care if you don't have kids. I think every adult needs to see Inside Out because it really does explain. Like, that's where I got core memories from. That phrase, core memories, I learned it from Inside Out. What's a core memory, Kev?
That's something from your childhood that you'll never forget, an instance.
That is a core memory. I never knew to call it that, but those are core memories. So this little girl named Riley, her dad gets a new job and they move from her town where she knows her friends and she plays ice hockey. And it's just all the emotions she's going through. And she has anger and fear, and it's all these little worlds in your mind that are living. You have your family world, your sports world, your school world, your friend world, all this stuff. And then things start to crumble because your emotions, certain emotions take over and other ones disappear.
Yeah.
Like you can't have joy totally disappear. You can't have anger and anxiety. I mean, anger and fear only take over, or disgust and anger. You're always going to be that salty kid that's like, ugh, it's disgusting because joy is hiding somewhere. It's just a very good little life lesson. But yeah, number one movie now, $724 million for Inside Out 2.
Hey, yo. Time for KRBE's Roula and Ryan show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
I should say globally. That wasn't domestic. Because that'd be like Math Monster.
Yeah.
So they are serious about flying taxis in Houston, Texas.
Oh, gosh.
Boeing subsidiary Whisk Aero and the Houston airports are going to start looking at potential locations for self-flying taxis at Bush Intercontinental Airport, Hobby Airport, and Ellington. The deal will also see Houston airports work to make autonomous air taxis a part of its plan as the two sides work on developing routes and an infrastructure. They plan on launching this by 2030. That's only 6 years from now. So within 6 years, we could have flying taxis in Houston.
That's
But
why
they'll have to have
pull them
So
over.
scary.
certain landing sites, I would imagine,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you can't drop that thing down in the middle of the downtown or
No, you can't be like, oh,
Like
screw this
helipads,
traffic
taxi
jam.
pads.
yeah.
By the way, somebody texted us that HPD will give you a receipt, even if it's just a warning. So if you get pulled over again, you have proof regarding what you're talking about, getting one journey from point A to point B, and you got pulled over twice for an expired sticker. If you get pulled over and the cop lets you go, they give you something so you have proof you already got
Yeah,
stopped
it's
for
like
that.
when you go to the Toyota Center and they print out your little ticket there on their little side pouch
Yeah.
You've
thing.
already had a citation. They're not going to get you twice for the same thing in one day.
Right. If you can bust out the little receipt that the cop gave you for the citation, then I guess maybe they won't give you a second one.
And here's another note from a texter about what we were talking about with the legality of JT. My family has a place in Sag Harbor. The police in the Hamptons typically do not give tickets to most of the rich people that live there. They just give warnings. As a celebrity, he must have been really egregious to get that.
Oh,
That's what they said. He just kept on,
Being obnoxious.
he kept on driving. Like, bro, stop.
Yeah,
they
you
just
have
told
enough
you.
money.
That would have scared the crap out of me.
You would think most
Go
people would
home.
be scared straight.
I
mean-
at least scared into an Uber.
It's like, dude, you're a multi-millionaire.
I'm
Get
sure they got
somebody
a
to
couple.
drive
I'm
you.
sure they got a couple black cars in the Hamptons.
Yeah, a little
Right.
like XL.
Yeah.
VIP style,
Still
like
pay.
that. If you missed what happened on today's Roula and Ryan's Roses update, we're going to give you the replay and the recap and the update next on the Roula and Ryan Show.